Hi, my name is Mercedes Gill, and virtually I have watching my mom, my dad, my brother, my other brother, and my friend Bella. And I have my note cards here, so if I keep looking down, that's why. Today my speech will be about advocating for mental health through NAMI, or the National Alliance on Mental Illness. It's a website that has charities, people's personal stories. I believe it has a place to donate, and then it just talks about how they advocate for mental health. Every day there are millions of people that walk around carrying a lot of mental illnesses, whether you can see it or not. There are many people that are depressed and you can't even tell that they're going through anything, or people have anxiety, bipolar. There are a ton of things. Mental health matters because it's urgent and it's very personal to people. Advocating through NAMI is what I'm going to be talking about. We need to break the silence and break the stigma that there is around mental health. We need to use NAMI to support mental health and mental illnesses. 1 in 5 adults have a mental illness, according to the NIM in 2023, and suicide is the number 2 cause of death between ages 10 through 34, according to the CDC in 2023. Next, I'll be talking about NAMI's role and their story. The National Alliance of Mental Illness is the leading voice for a lot of mental health programs. It was established in 1979. It's the grassroots of mental health organizations. It has free programs such as for education, peer groups, and crisis support groups. Their mission is to improve the lives of people affected by mental illness through, once again, education, support, and advocacy. They offer free classes to educate family and individuals on mental health and mental illnesses, peer-led support groups that create community and healing, because a lot of people that have mental illnesses do not like to, 1, talk about their mental illness, and 2, be alone through the whole thing, because it's a very, very, once again, personal thing, and it's very challenging to want to talk about. Helplines for people in crisis, whether that be phone numbers to call, websites to go to, therapists to talk to, doctors to speak to, and they work to influence mental health policy across the country. One story from their website that really stood out for me was this woman named Amanda. She shared that she felt completely hopeless after being diagnosed with bipolar disorder. She said, "At my lowest point, I didn't believe anyone could understand, but NAMI's peer support groups made me feel human again." And that's what NAMI really does. It reminds people that they are not alone, and it replaces isolation with connection. How can we help? We can volunteer. Local chapters or NAMI has walks where you can join a walk for charity through their website. We can educate ourselves by challenging the myths and fight the stigma with facts instead of just spreading false information and misinforming a lot of people. We can speak up. If you've struggled with your own mental health, your voice could be someone else's lifeline. So just by you talking about your own story, it can help millions of people. Because, like I've said, a lot of people don't feel comfortable talking about their story, and once someone breaks the stigma and talks about it, people feel comfortable. We can donate. Even small donations support free programs for people in crisis. This website has a lot of programs, and NAMI on their website says, "Together we can make a difference," which is true. One person working on their own makes a difference, but it's very not noticeable. It's very small, and when more people work together, it can make a larger difference to actually help. And Some more things that we can do to help is, in order for us to help, I don't think I mentioned this, but you do not need a psychology degree or a huge platform to make a difference. Just by doing something very small, like donating to a charity or speaking out about your own problems, you can make a difference in many ways. Once again, you can volunteer yourself, and just you showing up matters. Even just talking at helping at a support booth or setting up chairs at a local talk makes a difference. And we can raise awareness through like social media, YouTube, which is another social media. You can just post, talk to people, create flyers, pamphlets, billboards. You can do a lot. And a $10 donation is really it can go a long way. Just because it seems like nothing, like $10 is just nothing, it really helps. It can help one person attend a crisis class that they could not afford without that $10 from you. And it just really helps more than you think. And it would be nice to imagine a world where people can get help without shame. Like Amanda, the story that we talked about with Amanda from NAMI's website, she felt shame in asking for help, and she was scared, and some of that is her bipolar disorder, but some of that is the stigma around mental health and people having to ask for help. It is a very scary thing, but one person asking can help a lot of people around the world. And change is possible, but we all have to act. We all have to put in work. We all have to put in time. Yeah.